Hey guys, how's it going? Jason here for the Love of Tractors. So one of the most requested videos I get is you guys want me to show you my custom tractors and kind of go through them. And so we've done that a little bit here recently. We did that with my Tiger a while back, and I've done a couple of the others that I've done, a couple of the Steigers I've done. So I thought we would continue down that line today because I just revamped this tractor. Now this is, I don't know, if there's such a thing as a signature piece, this would be it. A lot of people ask me about this tractor, so on and so forth. And so this is my scratch-built Steiger Case IH tractor. This is a complete fantasy tractor. This tractor doesn't exist in real life, but the shape of it does. It's actually a Steiger kp1400. So, let's talk tractors, y'all. Like I said, this is a fantasy tractor. It doesn't really exist. And so this started when I was building the Panther kp1400s that I was doing. And I thought, what happened if they were making those tractors and Case IH decided, when they bought Steiger, let's say they decided to keep it going, what would that tractor look like? And so I thought it would be a fun little experiment to do, if you will. So, like I said, this is kind of my second iteration of that tractor, and I'll kind of explain some of the differences. I didn't change much, but I did change out my wheels and tires. So this has triples. The other one had triples too, but the other one had 18442 triples, which were pretty tall. And then they didn't fit under the fenders very well, and then they also were quite a bit wider than these. I actually narrowed these triples up just a little bit, just a couple millimeters, but it's enough that I like them. It's a little space between the wheels, but it's not a lot of space between the wheels, and I just think it looks nice. And these are brand new banded duals that I actually just made. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can. You can see the planetary hub in there that I painted red, and then you can see the bands around the duals and all that stuff. So these tires are 20.8 So like I said, it kind of closes the space in a little bit on between the tires. It's a little shorter tire, and I think overall it's just a really cool look. So that's why I went with those. And I was just trying something, and I really wanted an excuse to try those new banded triples that I made. So anyway, tires come from any toy truck and tractor. That's where 90% of my tires come from. And of course the wheels come from me. So they are actually 3D printed, and I'll probably throw those up on my Shapeways store at some point. They're expensive, and that's because Shapeways is ridiculous about how they price stuff. Sorry. Just the way they are. I'm looking into getting these casted out of metal so that maybe I can keep the cost down. It would be a long time before that happened, though, unfortunately. So, all right, looking at the rest of the tractor. So one of the things I did here, and let's call it the 2.0 version, and it's hard to see, but right here above the tires on this front lip, I painted that black. And the reason I did that is because in the previous one, I had a flasher here, which you might be able to see there, painted orange, but it kind of blended in with the red paint, and so you couldn't see it. So I thought, well, hey, if I do a little black paint there first, and then lay that orange down over it, it's just going to give it some pop. Of course, the lights are the same. I kept the same air breather, and a couple lights on the front here. And if I turn it this way, I did something else here. I actually shortened up this so it comes here and then it comes in to where the turbo is on the exhaust side. And the reason I did that was because I was having some hood clearance issues with it before. So anyway, that's just a small little thing. Now, of course, I painted that front black too, and with the flasher and all that stuff. Now, all of the rails were already here. No changes there, of course. Now, if we move around to the back, so there's some big changes back here. The first being is I did the little trick here with the black stripe, if you will, with the flashers on the end. Those flashers show up way better than they did before. I put a new, I don't know what I would call authentic style hitch, meaning your implement slides in here and you drop the pin through to attach the implement, versus the Ertl style hitch, which you guys are familiar with, looks like that. So this just looks more realistic. It's a little more to scale. almost every implement I have on my toy display in particular is that style hitch, is this realistic style hitch. So, and then I came in here and I added some shielding and some hydraulic outlets, which, you know, don't show up too well, the black and all, but anyway, just a little extra detail to add to it. Of course, I've got my filler cap here, and we've got lights up on the cab. So now while we're talking about that, I'm going to bring you in a little closer. And I've detailed out the interior, which it had a reasonably well detailed interior anymore, but I added some air conditioner vents and then I added some paint to my levers just to make them pop a little bit. And now with the cab on, you know, you can't really see it that well, but hey, I know it's there and I think it's cool. All right, moving back to this side. So I noticed on the Steigers that this latch or this hinge or whatever it is there was painted. So I decided to do that too, just to give it a little bit of, just to break it up a little bit, if you will. And if you can see through the windows here, I'm not sure how well that shows up on camera, but there's some AC vents there, some defrost vents, whatever you want to call them. And then, I guess last but not least, the hood opens up, which it did anyway, but I thought it would be nice if I could open it a little farther. I kind of unrestricted it. Unrestricted, whatever. I opened it up a little better. So, alright guys. Anyway, that's it. I don't have a number for this tractor. I haven't really come up with one. It's my Case IH Panther is what I call it. Like I said, not a real tractor, but kind of a fantasy tractor. Always thought it'd be cool, so here it is. Hope you like it. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know what other tractors I have that you've seen around that you want me to do a sort of detailed walk around, if you will. So, alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, all that stuff. I appreciate it. Have yourselves a great day.